I decided to research forensic entomology for this year's career presentation project. And when you boil it down, forensic entomology is essentially the intersection between entomology, the study of bugs, and forensics, the study of crime. And the real reason they have forensic entomologists is to assist police in solving crimes by providing them with information pertaining to entomology. With this information, police can weed out alibis, narrow down the suspect list, and also, in general, it plays a large part in solving the crimes. To start, forensic entomologists must obtain a 4-year degree in biology from a college or university. And more specifically, they must take classes pertaining to entomology because this is what their career will be focused around. As well as having a background in entomology, they must have a knowledge of criminal system and law. So by doing this, they can take classes pertaining to the criminal system, so they really understand it when they start their job as a forensic entomologist. And finally, they can obtain an optional PhD in entomology, which is useful because it will help them solidify their career later in life and also get hired right off the bat. The main job duty of a forensic entomologist is to determine the post-mortem interval for a subject. This is abbreviated by PMI. And essentially the PMI is the time that has been since the subject has died at a crime scene. And in order to determine the PMI of a subject, the forensic entomologist will travel to the crime scene. They will locate any sources or colonies or locations where there are bugs, and they will examine these insects, and more specifically the insects found on the body. And they will take them back to the lab. They will study the insects, and they will determine how long the subject has been dead based on the types of insects that are there on the body. And this is useful because they can create a window of time that has been since the subject has died. They can report this information to the police, and the police can use this to say, the subject should have died between 2 days ago and 4 days ago. So all the alibis inside of this time frame are free to go, and the rest you have to take a look at. So overall, it plays a large part in narrowing down the time frame of which a crime could have occurred. Next, the physical demands and work requirements of forensic entomologists mainly consist of having to travel to the crime scene itself. Being able to travel to the crime scene and collect the evidence directly by the forensic entomologist himself can provide for a more accurate PMI rather than just only looking at the insects in a lab, which could lead to inaccurate data and an invalidation of the entire case itself. And forensic entomologists must be able to work outdoors in a variety of weather, whether it be rain or shine, cold or hot, humid or dry. And also, the forensic entomologists must study indoors in a lab. After collecting the insects, they must take them to a lab and study them where they can get better information on them. Next, the salary range of forensic entomologists can go anywhere from $55,000 to $94,000. The average salary is $70,000 annually, and on one scale, the largest employer of forensic entomologists is local government, and the smallest employer is federal government. And on the other hand, the highest paying forensic entomologists belong to the federal government, while the lowest paid forensic entomologists are part of the local government. And in the middle is the state government, while they are the median employer and the median payer of forensic entomologists. And to start, most forensic entomologists make anywhere from $55,000 to $60,000 a year, and while in the latter half of the career, most entomologists can end up raking in close to $90,000 to $100,000. Next, other benefits that forensic entomologists can receive is that forensic entomology is a growing field, and that it is predicted to grow 27% in the next 10 years, which provides for better job stability because it will be a more sought-after career in the future, and there will be more demand for forensic entomologists. And right off the bat, there's a better job stability because most employers are belonging to the government, and this can provide for good job stability because Their employment is dictated by the government rather than the market, which fluctuates very rapidly. So they're employed based off the need of the government rather than the market, and there is more rotation in terms of jobs. And promotion, as they rake in more years under their belt and collect more experience as a forensic entomologist, they can move up from local to state to federal government, where they can enjoy a higher salary, and also more respect in the forensic entomology community. And in conclusion, I chose forensic entomology because it is a good crossroad for me, because of my mutual interest in entomology, the study of bugs, and forensics, study of crime. And as well, it is a STEM career, so it pertains to science, technology, engineering, and math, which will be a very large portion of the job force in the future. And it is a very big career now, and it will be even more important in the future after it grows. And also, the idea of it is to solve crimes, and overall, I think it will make the world a better place, because it helps solve crimes and put the bad guys in jail. So I think I'm a good fit for this job, and it will let me live out my dreams.